Oh yeah, I have found the holy grail of bad fantasy movies. I have found a movie that's worse than Dungeons and Dragons. In case you're wondering, no, this has nothing to do with George R.R. Martin's A Song of Fire and Ice. This is a 2008 Romanian TV movie co-produced by an international company. It was directed by French visual effects artist Jean C. Coma, or Pitof as he likes to be called. He worked on a few well-known films, but made his directorial debut with the French cult film Vidocq before he moved to Hollywood to direct... No. Oh no, 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 no! Oh, Pitof, no, how could you? No!
Guess what? It's overtime.
You son of a bitch!
Game over.
Let's see what the director of Catwoman did after that masterpiece with Fire and Ice. We begin with a rider traveling through the beautiful countryside of Romania. Romania is gorgeous. We must go to Romania whatever the cost. Kathy, buy me tickets to Romania.
But they're quite expensive.
I said buy them.
My father's kingdom was a peaceful one.
It turns out that the rider is a princess named Luisa, played by Amy Acker.
As his only heir, I was able to enjoy all the adventure life had to offer, as if I had been born a prince instead of a princess.
She returns to her father, the king, played by Arnold Imhotep from The Mummy and The Mummy Returns.
Louisa, you have to start thinking about marriage. It's not right for a young woman your age not to be married.
I'm not concerned with marriage, Mother. There are far more important and interesting things to put my efforts into.
Oh, it's this type of story. The fantasy genre only seems to have like 3 types of heroes. There's the chosen one who has been prophesied to vanquish evil. There's the unlikely band of heroes joining forces to vanquish evil. But in this case, it's the strong princess who wants to be free and independent who will vanquish evil. There's going to be so much originality in this hour and a half.
What was that?
It's God trying to put a stop to this movie. The earthquake has caused minor damage, but something worse is coming. We are looking at nothing! It's a dragon which has come to destroy the kingdom. Is it already apparent that the special effects in this movie are horrible? Don't try and pretend that they look good for the time period. This is 2008. These effects look like the unrendered graphics for the obsolete PlayStation 1.
Men, get ready! Do not fire until he's almost upon us!
Your arrows will not stop me.
Fire!
Oh wait, yes they can. How strange.
That day was only the beginning. The fire dragon returned to copy every few weeks. Sometimes to feed. Sometimes it seemed just to inflict destruction.
The director didn't really need to add those transitions, he just thought they would look cool.
Within 3 months, our kingdom was almost destroyed.
Which consists of only one village.
They're starving to death.
May I suggest there may be other things more appropriate for a princess to concern herself with?
By the way, something you will notice very quickly is that a lot of the dialogue is heavily dubbed through bad ADR. There are plenty of scenes where you can tell which lines of dialogue were recorded on set from those that were recorded through dubbing.
I can't find Louisa.
Did you ask her maid?
She hasn't seen her since last night.
She wouldn't have gone out knowing the danger.
Wouldn't she?
Not only that, but some of the Romanian actors in this film were clearly redubbed with English voices. I guess it's to make the accents consistent with the setting, but some of them do retain their Romanian accent.
Don't put me in this position. I must tell her. I will tell her if you don't stop right now.
So what's the point? Just keep the original accents. Audiences can buy into it.
I just received word that King Critic is requesting a meeting with you.
Quaylock?
The king's only advisors suggest they surrender their lands to the next-door kingdom in exchange for help and protection.
He is willing to open the doors of his kingdom to you and our people, but he wants you to surrender allegiance.
That little snake. If I thought it were possible, I believe he sent this dragon after us himself.
And it turns out that this King Quilloc is evil, not just for his evil motivations, but also for his unconvincing reverse hair dye.
My father could never see beyond our little province. It's all going to be so different, so soon.
Imhotep considers the idea of hiring a dragon slayer, but the only person to have ever managed to kill a dragon was cast out and banished by the evil king.
The knight, Alador, was banished by King Quilloc for treason, and it is in strict violation of our treaties to employ a knight which has been banished.
But the future of the kingdom is at stake.
Forgive me, your highness, but it's you who told me that when a king begins to choose which laws to follow to suit his own needs, he has been corrupted by his own power.
I like that phrase. It's a great line that can be used in philosophy to reflect on the corruption of power.
What are you doing? You should not be going anywhere at this hour.
I am going, and I can protect myself.
So Princess Louisa runs off in the middle of the night to find this Alador.
Don't move!
Oh no, John Rhys Davies, what are you doing here? Just because you were in Lord of the Rings doesn't mean you have to appear in every fantasy movie.
I'm looking for the knight Alador.
Alador!
Do you know him?
Well, of course I know him. He's me.
But it's not safe here. There's something coming. Let's go. Tree people,
What should we do?
stand perfectly still.
Those other dangerous tree people, they're just teenagers covered in bushes and making funny noises. Booga booga booga.
You took your time.
And here comes our next cliche character, the handsome young man who doesn't get along with the princess, but they'll end up together by the end.
A fire dragon has been terrorizing our kingdom for the past few months, which is why I need to speak to Alador. I need him to do it again. My father says he will reinstate his knighthood.
Liar!
I'm afraid he cannot accept.
Why not?
Alador is dead,
How do you know?
because he was my father.
So John Rhys Davies isn't Alador. I'm surprised. Maybe this film isn't as predictable as I thought.
The last time my father fought for a kingdom, he was betrayed and abandoned.
Gabriel, don't let your family's experience of Quilloc color your attitude towards Augustine.
Cut to the next day, where we discover that John Rhys Davies is a bit of an inventor.
And that was just the mild mixture. With a concentrated mixture, I could bring down a mountain.
Seriously, these are the guys who invented nitroglycerin.
My father can make you a knight.
And I suppose you also don't need our large reward.
Money? Oh, we like money.
They reluctantly go with her to see the king, and of course they find out she was lying about the king's promise.
How could you promise such a thing in my name? Do you know what the penalty is for falsely representing the king?
Yes, Father, I know.
Quiet!
Nice place.
Why am I being made to wait?
Last night, we slept in a hole in the ground. This is a palace. I'm not too eager to leave.
The great thing about John Rhys Davies is that even when he's in a bad film, he'll make any scene that he's in feel dignified. But their knowledge is put to the test when the dragon strikes once again to kill the people who never seem to leave this village. Yes, because there's no better material to protect you from fire than freaking wood.
Steady there, steady. Go!
Ow, the color blue, my second weakness.
Well done, my boy. Good shot.
Yay, they didn't kill the dragon.
Let's have a talk with these two.
The two theorize that the evil king is using a dragon's egg that prevents his kingdom from being attacked by the dragon.
The dracone is the sphere we see between the dragon's eyes. The dracone is in fact a shell, the egg which holds the dragon's offspring. Quillock must have a dracone.
Hold on, these two also invented the zoetrope and film. They have film animation centuries before it was even invented. Wow, all this time the Lumiere brothers were phonies.
Before a dragon dies, it will expel its dracone, and then the infant dragon emerges. It learns quickly. Within a few days, it can feed and fly.
Imhotep gives them the go-ahead to destroy the dragon, but the advisor is skeptical.
You can't trust Gabriel. We have no idea what he intends to do.
He will bring further destruction to us. He's a liar, like his father.
He's a villain, isn't he? Louisa escapes once again to help Gabriel cross the border and retrieve the egg, which is in the highest tower in the castle. You killed a soldier who was just doing his job! They can see each other from that distance and from that angle. No, no, no.
Put down the dracone and surrender your weapons.
We have the other hand that we could use to attack him, but that would make too much sense. A smoke bomb. Is there anything that these two have not invented?
Axion.
But it turns out that the king's advisor really was a traitor.
Why are you doing this?
Augustin is weak. His kingdom is run by laws, but no law can control the will of man.
You're responsible for the fire dragon.
It wasn't hard to do. The fire dragon was hibernating. Finish her off.
I will turn around and walk away, hoping this won't give you the chance to kill my men and escape. Meanwhile, John Rhys Davies climbs a very high mountain. Good fucking God! This is unbelievable. I have never seen a CGI setting look so fake. Even the ice that he's walking on is computer generated. Not a single pixel in the scene made me believe that the actor was in the snowy mountains. He breaks the ice, revealing another dragon underneath it.
Once we endanger the dracone, its scent changes and it sends out a distress signal. The ice dragon will follow it. And seeing as the dragons of different species can't abide one another, when the ice dragon sees the fire dragon, all hell will break loose.
They lure both dragons to the same spot. I can't wait to see what this dragon fight will be like. A fight that mostly consists of the dragons bumping into each other. They find a place to hide from the dragons, where Gabriel talks more about his father.
He wanted his honor back. Service to his kingdom was what defined him, and without it, he slowly became more withdrawn. He still taught me everything he knew about being a knight. That even without the title, I was the son of a knight, and I should behave as such. We can go now.
But it's only been a couple of minutes. While the two dragons keep hitting each other, our heroes are getting chased by Quillock's men.
You really want to take your shot? Good choice. Go back to your village.
I wish all evil henchmen did that. They also come across John Rhys Davies, who has to protect Louisa.
Now your smartest move would be to turn round and ride home. Let them come.
Careful, that sword didn't even touch him. This old body can take it.
Get out of here. That dragon will be back in a minute.
We're all going.
No. Not enough room on the horse.
John Rhys Davies sacrifices himself so that the others can escape because, I don't know. Lots of movie mentors go out like that.
My lord.
What was that in it? The way they put together those two shots. Maybe if we slow down the footage, we can actually find a hidden message.
I'm not dead!
For Pete's sake, this is making the dragon from George and the Dragon look real. That's how bad it is. If only I had superpowers, I could destroy those dragons.
Are you alright? I see you found the Dracoon.
Father, Paxian's a traitor.
Luis and Gabriel tell everyone that the advisor is a traitor, and the king decides to go out and kill him. Alone, without his guards. Dude, I don't care if it's personal. You're the king. You could get killed. Yeah, like that.
Father!
Don't worry, I'm sure his soul is now in a far better place. The fire dragon gets destroyed, or at least I think so, since it's hard to keep track of what's going on.
It took no time for the ice dragon to sweep through our kingdom and drive a new fear into our people. Gabriel had little chance of succeeding on his own. He had only a story told to him by his father of how to kill the beast.
You've only made things worse. Outstanding heroes.
We have to draw the dragon out of the mountain of Seleth.
What will you do?
You'll see.
They plan to lure the ice dragon into a mountain covered in salt, but they must first get past Quiloc's men.
See, these men understand that if we don't defeat the dragon, we all die. If we're going to survive, we have to work together.
Just so you are clear on my position, this is where I stand.
You killed several of my men, but all is forgiven.
To hell with all of you. You'll all be dead in a few minutes anyway.
Meanwhile, Quiloc tries to bargain with the queen.
Get the hell out of here!
I like a little bit of spirit in my queen. Come to my...
That was for my husband.
And Quiloc also didn't have any soldiers with him. Anyway, Gabriel climbs the mountain while the others are on standby. This climax should at least be exciting. Didn't we just see that? I'm sorry, but who in their right mind thought that this would be exciting? They're the exact same shots in the exact same sequence. Gabriel climbing the mountain, Ice Dragon slams the rocks but failing to kill the guy, and Luisa and the soldiers reacting in total disbelief again and again. The egg is thrown down the pit. It rolls down a slide that's conveniently there. The dragon follows it. Gabriel then throws a bomb to blow up the mine, and seriously, the movie can go straight to hell. I'm sorry, I can't follow any of this. None of this makes sense. I don't even know what I'm supposed to be looking at. Seriously, who was the editor behind this movie?
It's too fast! How could you even tell what's on?
I can tell.
We did nothing! But what about the evil advisor? Does he get his comeuppance?
I'm a representative of the king! Let me pass, and I promise the king will remember this favorably! No!
Oh no! He has been kidnapped by hippies! The kingdoms are saved, the village is rebuilt by using the same footage we saw at the beginning, lazy bastards. Luisa becomes queen, Gabriel becomes a knight, and the two become engaged. And that was Fire and Ice, and to answer the billion-dollar question, yes, you can tell that it was made by the director of Catwoman. The directing is pathetic, with the camera moving all over the place, the editing ruins a lot of the action scenes, the English dubbing sucks, as usual, the characters lack originality, and even the dragons themselves are dull to look at. It's not as memorably bad as Catwoman, but it does share the same problems. Hey, look on the bright side, at least it didn't have Halle Berry making cat jokes.
What a perfect idea.
Ugh, get that shit away from me!